Good morning, friends. I hope you guys are well. Today we are continuing our declutter challenge where we are decluttering 25 spaces in our home for 2025. I'll put up a list of what we've covered so far. We are off to a really great start. I'm so proud of us. I hope it's going well at home. Let me know in the comments how everything's going on your own declutter challenge. We're now gonna move to the kitchen. I'm gonna break the kitchen up into a couple of videos, so the focus for today is the fridge and the freezer. I thought I'd start in the most important spot, the spot that everybody in my family is using on a continual basis. We're gonna get it back on track. We're gonna head to Aldi together, do a quick little shop with me. I've been going to Aldi every single week for our produce. I like to do grocery delivery with Instacart for everything else for the convenience of it, but produce has just become a huge issue with grocery delivery. It doesn't matter where I go. I think just because I'm trying to get things like strawberries that aren't in season, so I want to go in person, and you can't beat Aldi's prices, so I'll bring you with me. Let's go shop for some produce, then we're gonna come back. We're gonna do a complete fridge and freezer clean out. We're taking everything out. I'm gonna reorganize, think through some new strategies in my fridge, do some scary things like put the milk in a new place. We're gonna do it together. If you're new, welcome. My name is Trisha Miller. I hope you'll hit that subscribe button and stick around. Let's head to Aldi and get started. Just a couple of tips. If you've never been to Aldi, make sure you bring a quarter because you're gonna use that to get your cart. You will get it back at the end when you return your cart. And also bring your reusable grocery bags. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to show you guys prices of everything that I get, and then I'll show you the final receipt at the end. I always love to go look in the middle of the store where they keep all of the home stuff like organization products. These were a great price, and I'm using something very similar when I organize my freezer today. And you know I love a good Tina Turner, and they had a lot of different options with those. And again, really good prices. They have so much in that section if you've never looked. I thought that this glass mug was so cute, especially around Valentine's Day. Let me know if you guys had a good Valentine's Day, by the way. I hope you had the most incredible day. And then they had planners. I did not need another planner, but I love this one because you can tear off the pages, which is always so much fun. But I always just have a good time perusing through there and doing a little bit of window shopping. So I'm just trying to show you guys everything that they have right now. And just some of the stuff that I thought was really cute. I was surprised that dishwasher pods were in the middle of that area. So that's why I was a little trying to check and see if it was something special. But this French press, I loved the blue color of it. Steven and I have tried to be French press coffee people, but it just takes a little bit too much time. I need my coffee very quickly when I wake up. I don't have the patience for it. And I also loved this accent table. I was very tempted, but I truly just did not have a spot for it. I did not need that. And this is all about the decluttering today. So so I didn't need to buy extra stuff that I don't need. But there are just some fun little things in there. So I'm not going to show you everything, but I'm just going to point out a couple of things that I really liked. We are back from Aldi. It was not crowded at all there. It was really, really nice. It was me and like 3 other shoppers, which is not usually the case because I always go on a Monday. It's a Monday today when I'm filming this, and it's usually a lot more crowded. So this was really nice. It was a good experience. So let me just, I showed you almost everything that I got. There were a couple last minute items that I grabbed that I remembered we needed as we were going out, but I'll just show you really quickly. I got some cucumbers. I got some pears. I got a sweet kale chopped salad kit. This is gonna be for lunch today. I have some honey deli turkey that I'm just gonna put on top of it. Complete lunch, and it's so easy and so quick. And then I think I forgot to show you guys these. I got 2 packs of carrots. My kids have all been really into baby carrots lately, which I am all for. I love baby carrots too, so wanted to load up on those. And then this was a risky move this time of year, but my kids have been asking for berries, all different types of berries. I always get strawberries, but I went a little bit extra this week, and so I got some organic raspberries. I do try to get organic, but when the organic looks rotten or like it's gonna expire the next day, it's not worth the money to me. So a lot of this is not organic because it looked better than the organic. I got some strawberries, 2 packs of strawberries. This will all probably be gone within 3 to 4 days. We are a big fruit family. I also got blackberries, which can be risky, but they looked okay. I tried to check bottoms of them. So we got 2 cartons of blackberries. One of my absolute favorites, which is the giant blueberries. If you haven't had these, they are so good. This was my pregnancy craving with Rory, and I would eat a carton of these a day, probably the last 3 weeks of my pregnancy with her, and then I continued to crave them a little bit after, probably about a week or 2 postpartum, and then I couldn't stand them for about a year or 2, but then I got back into them. They have to be crisp. My thing with fruit, with they're called jumbo blueberries. My jumbo blueberries and my giant green grapes, I need them to be crisp. And when they are crisp and sweet, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. So a package of these, also one of my favorite fruits. And then I got 2 of these because normally my kids only like purple grapes. The purple grapes didn't look the greatest, so I went double green this time because Steven and I love the green grapes, and the kids will eat them when they're crisp like this and they have that sweet taste to them. That should be it. So Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna slide this all over and we're gonna start working on the fridge. So step one is gonna be to take everything out. When you are doing a true fridge clean out and a declutter, I always say you have to take everything out. First of all, to clean the space, but also to truly see what you have. And when you pull everything out, it forces you, when you get to the next stage of organizing, you have to rethink organization. You have to think, do I want to put this back in that spot? And we'll talk more about that when we get to organization. But let's go ahead and do step one, declutter, take everything out, see what we need to get rid of. All right, let's go. I also want to share with you guys a quick sneak peek of our new rugs. I'm waiting for a couple more to come, but stay tuned. Either my next video or the one after that, we're going to do a little bit of a home decor refresh, and I'll share these with you guys. I love it. Okay, before I take everything out, I just want to show you our fridge in the wild so you can see what we're working with. It's not that it's really, really bad. It's just our systems have kind of failed us. Organization systems, like up here, who knows what's even up there. That's probably going to be the biggest challenge. So I really just want to rethink where I'm keeping everything. And this was my trial this morning to see if the milk would fit here, because since we moved into our home almost 3 years ago, the milks have always gone right there. So I'm making big moves today, you guys. I'm gonna break my routines, which is always hard for me. This is an extension of our fridge. It's a drawer. And then this is definitely gonna be a bit of a challenge. Our freezer is always just a hot mess. And our garage freezer broke, so we don't even have the extra storage. So I really have to work with the space that we have now. All right, let's start up here and just get everything taken out.
Wide awake is the way that you left me, side by side in your car in the backseat. Wide awake is the way that you left me, oh.
Now normally I will pull everything out and then start going through it, but in this little upper, like the butter bin area, I knew there was a bunch of stuff that has been in there for quite some time. So I went ahead and just tossed that stuff. I think the hardest part about decluttering places that have food, your fridge, your freezer, your pantry, is the guilt that comes with throwing away food that you didn't eat. It's really hard. I feel guilty throwing things away that we could have eaten and we didn't eat it. But that's the whole point of resetting everything and getting organized so that you don't waste food. When you have an organization system in place and you see everything that you have and you meal plan each week based on what you have, you're not wasting any food. And so sometimes you have to get back on track, and unfortunately things expire and you have to throw them away. But just remember, the reason we're doing this is so that we don't continue to waste food. So try to let go of that guilt. And also, if there's something that hasn't expired, because I'm gonna have some things in here that my family doesn't like, but they haven't expired, offer them to your friends, offer them to your neighbors, especially when they're unopened. You'd be surprised at how many people want to try something and they'll take it from you, and then you're not wasting it. So you always have the option of passing it on to somebody. All right, let's keep going.
It's clear we are here back at your house, and I keep fading into the background. I'm wide awake, now you keep missing out for sure. Take down your walls and let me, ooh.
Okay, so I have cleared this out, and then I've cleared this out. So I'm gonna go through that stuff really quickly, and then I'm gonna clean. The best thing about a declutter is when you take everything out, you can take the time to clean everything. I mean, it's gonna be hard to show up on camera, but some of this is looking pretty rough, so we're gonna give it a quick wipe down because we obviously don't want our food to spoil while it's sitting on the counter. So speed will be crucial here. Let me know in the comments how often you go through your fridge and clean it out. I try to do a mini clean out session every single week. I'll have the routine of ordering our groceries, and then before the groceries arrive, Steven and I will go through our fridge and we'll get it cleaned out, any leftovers that are lingering and things like that. But the top shelf is usually the hardest part with all the sauces and stuff. We don't usually bother going up there. It's more just the main part of our fridge. But it does make a huge difference to take the time each week to just at least go through the main part of your fridge and declutter anything before you put new groceries in. The fridge is just an area that can get out of control very quickly and very easily, and so it's nice to have that routine. And as you saw by our fridge, with the busyness of everything going on in life, the routine got a little bit it just wasn't happening like we normally do it. And so that's okay. That's why you have these resets, and that's why you declutter and you reorganize and you rethink systems and you get back on track. It's not about being perfect. It's just about resetting when you need to and just getting back on track, and that's okay.
Yeah, brick by brick, now let me,
I want to take a moment to share with you guys why I think it is so important to declutter and just the impact it has on my own family. Because yes, it's nice when everything is cleaned and organized, but truly the why matters, because that's what keeps me going and that's what keeps me motivated to continue my declutter journey when I get tired and when I don't feel like it and when sometimes it feels truly just overwhelming looking at a space that's very cluttered. But the why for me, for my family, I just see a noticeable difference in everybody's mood, everybody's mental health, and just how efficient we are as a family when things are organized and decluttered. We are a busy family. We have 3 children that are all very actively involved in sports and activities, and so there is a lot to keep up with on a continual basis. So I'm always looking for ways to streamline things for my family, and that always begins with decluttering. I have to start with a good declutter, and then I'll get things organized and I'll get systems in place. And it truly just makes all the difference for my family. And I'm also hoping that I'm just setting an example for my children and teaching them how they can continue to do this as they grow up and become adults. Okay, now that I have this section clean, before I move on to the top of the fridge or the drawers, I'm gonna first focus on the area that we've already cleaned and decluttered. Let's get that organized, and we're gonna kind of work as we go, kind of mix and mingle the steps, if you will. So here's what I'm thinking. This is big. As I showed you before, our milk has always gone in the same spot. I feel like everybody does that. When you set up your fridge, you just find the places that you typically put stuff. We kind of do that with our whole house. You know, you put your silverware in a certain drawer, you put your coffee cups in a certain cabinet, and rarely do we then go back and think, is that the best spot for it? We're doing that. That is what a change that we're gonna make this year when we take on our kitchen. Not only are we gonna clean and declutter, but before we put things back and organize, we're gonna think through the most functional place to put things. I am all about function. So here's the thing. Our fridge does this cool thing where you can just open up the door here and just have a separate spot right here and then something here, so that you don't have to open your whole fridge and waste energy and let the cold air out. The number one thing that my husband and I get out of the fridge is coffee. And then the milk and the creamer and the things that go with our coffee, or milk for our kids, for their cereal, for a glass of milk. So those are important things that we're normally just opening the fridge and going deep in there to get it. So I want to set all of that up in this door. And then what I'm hoping then to set up where we used to keep all the milk is produce. So all the berries, all the vegetables, all the things that I want to wash and get put in containers today, so that my kids see them the second they open the fridge, and so that I see them too. When I'm going for a snack, we always say go to the fridge first before you go to the pantry. So I want to put some good stuff in front of them when they open that fridge door. All right, let's start mixing things up. We'll just try it. Why not?
I wanna be there, won't you be mine? Take down your walls and let me, yeah, brick by brick, now let me.
Okay, it worked out. So I do have, since we just got groceries yesterday, I do have one extra for each of them, because the milk is about halfway done. This only has about that much. So they're gonna empty soon. And so I'm gonna keep the extras there, and I have plenty of space for my produce bins to go in front of them. And then everything, let me show you guys. This will be so good when we go to make coffee during the day. And then this actually swivels out too. We can grab exactly what we need without having to open the whole fridge. So much better system, yay. ever pulled the drawers out of your fridge? There is a lot going on under there in the form of crumbs and crustiness. I'm gonna show you in a second, but I'm just gonna pull both the drawers out. We're gonna completely clean them out, but we're also gonna clean underneath of them. We're doing it right today. Oh, gross. How does stuff even get under there? That's a mystery I would like to know. All right, let me show you. It is gonna be so satisfying to clean underneath of these because I always see these crumbs when I go to put food in and out, but we are getting rid of it today. Isn't that so gross? Check your fridges, guys. Is this just a me thing? Or does your fridge look like that too? All right, let's clean it.
Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Wide awake is the way that I'm gonna be by your side.
It was really nice to get under the drawers clean. Okay, the drawers are another opportunity to rethink the systems in the fridge because right now the drawer that we have on the right, we put cheese, usually deli meat because we try to keep the deli meat with the cheese that we're going to put on the sandwiches, but it's just all cheese products on the right side, and then the left side is fruits and vegetables, which I'm going to be moving most of that into containers in the main part of our fridge. Here's what I'm thinking. We have this drawer right here, which is basically a hodgepodge of, there's soup in here. We put all of our meats in here, like ground beef, ground turkey, our chicken, tortillas, cookie dough. It's just, everything's kind of all over the place. So I think the drawer on the right, I want to now designate for meats that we're gonna be using to make dinner and things like that. So that'll be our meat drawer in the main part of the fridge. I think I'll still keep the left drawer for overflow of fruits and vegetables. But since we have our mini fridge out in the garage, I moved all my sparkling waters out there. So that's really nice. So now I think I wanna take all of our cheeses and dairy and put those in the drawer down here. Again, we're just gonna try it and see how it goes. All right, let's do it. I wanna tell you guys, I think having, like, I know it's drawers that I'm going through right now, but you saw me have my organizer that I put the eggs in and then what I put the yogurt in and things like that. I think with kids especially, it is very helpful to have containers that you organize things in because it's so much easier for them to find things and pull out what they need. And it also helps you realize what you're low on, what you have too much on. So it saves me money in the long run because I can just scan really quickly and see what we have, and you can pull things out easier, and it just avoids everything getting spilled and knocked over and hidden, you know, in the deep dark corners of your fridge. So I really like having different organization containers. They're not extra, it's just very functional.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids so we could see and hear the water run.
For anybody wondering what Annie is doing, she is on her daily nap with all the cozy things underneath of her. She knows I'm not going to be dropping any crumbs. I'm not restocking the pantry, so she hasn't bothered to come join me yet.
River's gonna cry when you're gone. Where will you go? Won't you miss the ones you know? I'll be here, hanging on, waiting for your call. Seems like time. As a wave passing by, leave a mark in our marks to turn to memories. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. cry when you're gone. I was hoping you would stay, but I've always known you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're...
Okay, I was able to declutter sauces, condiments, things like that that had expired, and I was able to fit everything in 2 of the Tina Turners. And I like this system because it's up high in the fridge. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a little short, and so it's nice to be able to turn it, and my kids then can have access to all the things instead of trying to reach behind and knocking things over. So I think Tina Turners work great in the fridge, and I'm gonna keep them up high because that's the hardest spot to reach. So those are good to go. The last thing I wanna do before we start putting all of that back is to take my organic hemp, chia, and flax seeds, and I wanna pour them into this jar container so I can see them better and remember that I have them. There's about half of a bag left. But what I want to do before that is put the expiration date on the glass container. So I'm just going to write the expiration date on some masking tape and just pop it on the bottom. That way when I need to check it, I can just lift it up and see when it expires. So let's get that set and then we'll put everything back.
Gone, gone, gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
I also just thought about the fact that I'm probably gonna want a little bit of a cheat sheet of what is actually in here because I normally buy my hemp, my chia, and my flax separately. So I was really excited when I found them together, but I'm just gonna label what's in it. That way I can remember everything. I mean, the chia seeds are easy to identify, but just in case, now I have everything and I'm gonna put that on the bottom with the expiration date as well.
The river's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
Okay, it is looking really, really good. So now the next step is going to be to wash all of that produce and get that put in some containers and get it put back in the fridge in this section. But it feels so good to have this cleaned out. And then after that, we'll get to the freezer. Since I have a ton of produce, it's going to be much more efficient just to wash it all in the sink at the same time. So I just wanted to give my sink a good scrubbing. We just recently deep cleaned the sink together, but I just wanted to wipe it down one more time. I like to use the Trader Joe's fruit and veggie wash. What do you like to use when you're cleaning your fruits and veggies? Let me know. I've done a couple of different things. I've done baking soda before. I also have this little device that I can put in the water that ionizes the water and helps clean and purify the fruits and veggies. So lots of different choices, but let me know what you like to do to clean all your produce.
You're gone now. Will you call me back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind. It's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once you've traveled the world, all the spaces inside your heart, I hope I'll be your end destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation.
Since our kids are such big fruit eaters, it has been worth it to just go into Aldi once a week and just stock up on all the fruits and the vegetables and the produce. Let me know where you like to buy all of your fruit. Obviously, things like berries are going to be harder to find because they're not in season right now, but it was actually a pretty good stock at Aldi this week, and I've been really happy with what they have. And like I told you before, I will buy the organic if it looks good, but if it doesn't look good, then I won't buy the organic just for the sake of buying organic. And this probably lasted I'm thinking about 3 or 4 days for our family. My kids are just massive fruit eaters. That's the first thing they'll go for. So of course I want to stay well stocked up on it. But let me know what fruits your family likes to have and where you like to find them this time of year. I also want to know how you like to store your produce. When it comes to berries, the best method that I have found is to take a large glass jar and put a paper towel in the bottom of it, and it keeps them fresher longer. Even though my kids go through these quickly, I still do not pre-cut them because then they would just tend to just get mushy so much faster. In the summer, sometimes I will pre-cut them because we're taking them to the pool and things like that, and it just makes it just more efficient. But right now, it just saves them to not cut them and just wash them and put them in the jars. And my kids are old enough now that they can take them out and just use a butter knife and cut them themselves if they want to cut the stem off, or just eat them right off the stem. That's how I like to eat them. And then same thing in these containers. I ran out of glass jars. Ideally, I would put all of this fruit in the glass jars, but I ran out of glass jars, and so I just put the paper towel, and it works just as fine in those plastic containers. But let me know if you have a secret trick for how you store your fruit. This is what has worked for our family, but I'm always interested to hear what's working for you guys. What I love about a good declutter and organize in the fridge is just how much space is left over. And I am a big proponent of not filling space just because you have it. So I am perfectly fine with all of that empty space. And honestly, it kind of calms my brain when I open up a fridge and I don't see stuff everywhere. So this looks amazing. I did already grab a couple of grapes to snack on. They are so good, you guys. I cannot recommend the big, crispy green grapes from Aldi enough. All right, time for the freezer. Okay, it is time to take on the freezer. Oh, I think somebody's gonna join us for this part because she can reach this. We're gonna watch to make sure she doesn't sneak any snacks out of here. But same method, so I'm actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna take everything out at once. I'm gonna work quick because I don't want anything to thaw out, but I'm gonna take everything out, declutter, we're gonna clean the empty space, and then I definitely wanna come up with some new organization ideas that I already have that I'm gonna share with you guys, and we'll get this done as quick as possible. All right, let's start. Okay, friends, it's time for the giveaway. If you are new to my declutter challenge, I like to do a giveaway for each video. I think it helps keep the motivation up, and it's just a fun thing that I like to do for you guys. So I'm going to be giving away a $20 Starbucks gift card. All you have to do to enter is just leave me a comment and give this video a thumbs up. And while you're leaving that comment, if you feel comfortable enough, share with me what has been the challenges as you're decluttering. Let me know what's going well. Let me know where you're decluttering and what I can do to help you guys. If you are selected as the winner, I will leave you a comment with my email address on your comment that you leave for me. I don't want anybody to get scammed, so just know it will be from me, and I will give you my email address. I will never ask you guys for your personal information on my YouTube channel, so just know it will come straight from me if you are the winner.
Inside your heart, I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you're it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. I hope I'll be your destination. I hope I'll be your life-changing sensation. I hope I'll be something that you won't let go. I'll be your high when you fall down low. I hope I'll be your destination.
Okay, I got everything decluttered and then I organized like with like. So these are just snacks, appetizer type things, all of the meats, vegetables, fruits, and then all the breakfast items like French toast sticks, waffles, pancakes, hash browns, and then sausage. I do have a big bag of breakfast sausage over here that I thought would be better with the meats. And then I just have all of our lunchbox cooler packs. All right, let me grab all of the organization products and talk to you about my plan. All right, I still have some products that I've been using in the freezer that I really like, just like these long clear bins that I use in my fridge as well. I have a bigger one too, but then I went to Home Goods and I found just a 2-pack of really wide bins that are a little bit taller. I think I'm gonna use them in the bottom of the fridge, and I'm gonna put all of the meat in one of them, and then whatever I have the most of, so probably all the veggies in the other one, and just try to organize them in a bin in the freezer, like with like, so it's easiest when I need to figure out what meats we have. I can pull that out, see what we have. When I need to see what veggies we have when I'm meal planning, I can pull that out. That way I'm not like, you know, digging in the freezer, trying to figure out what we have, spilling the peas while I'm at it, and just missing a lot of things. So I'm gonna try to store like with like in the freezer, so then it'll be easier and it'll save money because I can see exactly what we have each week. All right, let's go for it.
Would you stay till the morning light, or would you follow me, or would you let it be? If I leave tonight, we could do this right. We'll find a remedy, or would you stay with me now till the morning light? Before you turn away, I just want you to know that I didn't throw your stuff away. Before you make up your mind that I know where to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you. And I know that I said all these things, but now when you're with her, I can see that.
Okay, so quick tour of the freezer. It is 1,000 times better. I ended up putting the hash browns and the breakfast sausage in the door part so I didn't overcrowd the top drawer too much, but I have all of my vegetables in there. The appetizers right there. I put the hot dogs over here because it goes with the meat, and then all of my meats are in there. And then in the drawer, I put all of my fruit over here, and then all of our lunch packs, waffles, French toast sticks, and pancakes. And Annie is thrilled that we got it organized. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to leave me a comment to enter the drawing. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Would you stay